there is your match. Hyderabad Toofans versus Shrachi Rarh Bengal Tigers. Great to see some of the fans sporting the colours already of the teams participating. And they are the Hyderabad Toofans. I'm sure that's a great marketing ploy there. But certainly it's beginning to fill up. 2 games, and they should be 2 cracking matches. Just waiting for the umpires now to make their way out onto the turf. And then we will get match 2 underway. The Hyderabad Toofans taking on the Shrachi Rarh Bengal Tigers. And so many women attending, which is great because we've got the women's competition getting underway in about 2 weeks' time. As the players come out through the fireworks. The Toofans are in the yellow and Shrachi Rarh Bengal Tigers are in the white.
Yeah, the Hyderabad Toofans starting with Vikas Daya in the goal. Look out for Gonzalo Piet, the dreaded red figure, bringing up the back. Nick Woods and Sumit holding central midfield. Talwinder Singh and the young kid Rohit Singh, number 27. Look out for him. And coming off the bench, you have a few young players coming off the bench there.
I'll turn our attention now to the Bengal Tigers. Interesting in the midfield, I think, Jaskaran, Sean Finlay from New Zealand, and Puvana, who's a really exciting player. Great attacking prospects in Abhishek, Foran Van Abel, and Sukhjit. And as I was about to say, a big shout out for Sebastian Dokier, because it's his 35th birthday today. The Belgian Olympic gold medalist and world champion. So about to get underway. We've waited 7 years, we've had 1 game so far. There's still plenty of matches to come over the next 5 weeks. Of course, an expanded Hero Hockey India League with 8 teams as opposed to 5 in the last versions that we had, and also 4 women's teams going head to head. And it is the Bengal Tigers that get us underway. Pass back quickly coming to Yogesh, and he played it back. They've still kept possession, but closing them down quickly are the Toofans. Almost stolen away by Talvinder. And the first touch by Rupinder Pal Singh, threw it up to the halfway line in the air. Going to be interesting to see how he goes, Sandeep. Hasn't played for a while.
That's right. Actually, he's had a good stint with the Indian team for a long period, but yes, time will tell how fit he is to play this league.
I think what worries me is he had, of course, the end of his career, a lot of injury problems, lower back, and due to osteitis pubis as well, I think. And it's just going to be, those are the things that don't go away, and they can come back quickly. And hopefully he's had plenty of physio, he's done the hard yards, and he's going to be okay. Ball comes wide to Devinder Valmiki for the Toofans. Good pass down the line. It was a sharp pass, but unfortunately not able to get that one under control. That time is Talvinder Singh. And there's a lot of players don't like it and feel that, you know, when you've got the ascendancy, 15 minutes isn't that long, and then what happens is you lose it, of course, because you have that break after 15 minutes. So it's just interesting to hear people's perspective. Thrown forward and just letting that one run into his goal is Vikash Dahaya. That's Vikash Dahaya. And there's Colin Batch, the coach of Bengal Tigers. Plenty of experience for Colin Batch. He's coached Australia, New Zealand, Belgium. A lot of people feeling he was a little bit unlucky not to stay on for Australia. Into the circle it goes, laid back. Well, no appeals for a penalty corner, so good defending by the Bengal Tigers. Comes all the way back into the defensive line, this time to Jasjit Kula. Throws it high and long, brought down inside the circle, played to the top of the D. It was almost stolen. It's a penalty corner. And it was Sam Lane's work, I think, that won the penalty corner. So the first penalty corner of the match goes to the Bengal Tigers.
It's a great aerial ball into the D, and good work inside the D, into the body of Wallace. And yes, that is a penalty corner.
It was one of those really where I said Sam Lane did well. He got the touch and then it ricocheted up, and Wallace was just off balance when it hit him. So the real test now for Vikash Dahaya. They've got a few options from penalty corners, but lining up at the first battery is Jugraj. He's one of the young guns coming through. Alongside him, Sam Lane. I would think they would go with Jugraj and they do. Jugraj, oh, what a flick into the top corner, and he gives the Kabaddi high five, and it is the Bengal Tigers that take the lead.
What a way to get into the lead. Jugraj, that was an absolute screamer from him. Daya had absolutely no clue on that. Perfect injection, perfect direction, and a perfect execution of that.
Well, there's been a lot said about Jugraj when he played for India at the Asian Champions Trophy. I was told he was a player to look out for. Ironically, his first international goal was in the final against China, but it was a field goal set up by Harmanpreet, the two defenders combining, that broke the deadlock. Well, he's shown what he can do from a penalty corner, and that was magnificent.
And I just love the aggression he showed after scoring that goal. It meant so much to him, didn't it, to score the opening goal for his team?
Well, it was so well executed. I think anyone would be happy. So the Toofans now got to come from behind. Michael Kasea, the Argentinian, had it in the middle. Just lost that time, though, by Nilakanta Sharma. Now driving forward through the midfield. Really good run coming by Sukhjit. Across the face of goal, ricochets up off the attacking player. So it will be a free out to the Toofans, but danger again.
Nilakanta Sharma on that occasion guilty of ball watching. The first rule is don't wait for the umpire's whistle, play the game.
And it's come wide. That's a very, very good pass to pick out the run of Sam Lane. Now along the baseline, strong challenge coming in from Amandeep. And he's done very well because it went off the stick of Florent Van Arbel, and it will be a Toofans ball. It's good pressure again. That time coming from Shilanand Lakra. Easily given away, though, to the Toofans that time. Brand just leaving the ball behind. Thrown to the air, out wide, brought down again by Talvinder. Talvinder looking to take on Bokard. Best he can get, though, is a long corner for his side. And there's 7 seconds. They've taken it quickly, but they need to get it into the circle. Finally, it comes back into the D, deflected, and the hood is gone. It was going to be a free out. So De Sluiver was aware that the clock was ticking down when he played that forward, but unfortunately, nothing on the end of it for the Toofans. And so they will go into the first break trailing after having a lot of possession. But it was the Bengal Tigers who scored from their first penalty corner. Jugraj giving them the lead. So it is Hyderabad Toofans 0, Shrachi Rarh Bengal Tigers 1. The second period gets underway. It goes back to Rupinder Pal. Strong pressure in the midfield coming that time from Nilakanta Sharma. Although he's penalised because it wasn't fair.
And I just think Hyderabad Toofans need to do more of this. They need to make themselves available as defenders when the opponents are in possession of the ball and try and make a steal.
Well, I would also say as well, the forwards need to put pressure on Rupinder Pal. I know he's been out of the game for a little while, but you've got to really aim for a player that's been out of the game for a while at this level and test him. Comes to Gonzalo Payet, De Sluiver rather, sorry. Payet just shifting out of shot to the right-hand flank. Across the pitch it comes, Devinder Valmiki. Well, into the turf, and it goes way over. Amandeep Lakra on the ball for the Toofans. So they were having a good spell of pressure before we had that delay as James Uncles looked at it again and again and again to try and get the right decision. And that was not the best of passes that time from Nick Woods. Intercepted by the Bengal Tigers. Good ball down the line now to Abhishek, who's been really lively. Plays it forward, chasing hard was Dokia. Dokia, you wouldn't think he was 35 today, would you? Beautiful pass by him, and a shot, and it's gone in. Well, there you go, Pardeep Moore. Oh no, it's not Pardeep Moore, my apologies. It's actually Sukhjit was going to say putted it more long way forward, but Sukhjit, the man who I think who fired that home in the end. But what a build-up by the Bengal Tigers. Sukhjit, and that'll be a little bit frustrating that one got in, but it's 2-0 now to the Tigers. Well, really good work down the right-hand side by Sebastian Dokier and Abhishek. Payat comes wide now. Sumit, short pass, first time into the circle, that time by Kaseya. Carried out of the circle though, brilliantly by Finlay. Finlay again, who's been just doing the basic things very, very well for the Bengal Tigers. Rajinder comes back, collects for the Toofans. It goes off the Tigers stick, so it's a Toofans free ball. Oh, and he's gone on a good run. He got a little bit of a nudge there that took him off track, and it's going to be Jaskaran who'll be penalised. And apparently they've taken it from the wrong spot, which is frustrating for the Toofans because the clock continues to go down. 7 seconds. Payat drills it, hoping for a penalty corner. It falls for them inside the D, trying to dink it on the foot. It was Nilakanta Sharma, but he didn't manage to find the foot. And so there are no goals on the scoreboard for the Hyderabad Toofans, even though they've probably created more opportunities. But Sukhjit has been the master with a second goal. They got one in the first quarter from Jugraj, and so the score at half-time is Hyderabad Toofans 0, Shrachi Rarh Bengal Tigers 2. Well, we look at the stats there, and circle penetration's pretty even. I thought there would actually be a bit more, and the Toofans only the one shot to the Bengal Tigers 4. Penalty corners though 5. Well, in fact I think it was actually only 3 for the Toofans, so I think that stat is actually wrong, and it's 3 penalty corners to 1. Well, the players are back out on the pitch. The big question is, can the Toofans come back? They missed the penalty stroke, and we've been discussing that, and I got caught up in the emotion. Of course, it is a dead ball when the keeper makes the save, so should have been a long corner. I was just getting very excited, so apologies for that one. It's just the emotion. It's really great here at the moment, and the crowd is filling up as we get the second half underway. Comes wide to Sumit. And Sandeep, we heard Pasha Gadaman say that they've got to be a little bit calmer. They're going to have to dig deep, but they've got to take their chances.
And that's what a coach likes, doesn't he, Ashley? A reliable player who you can count on in tight situations.
Coming forward again, that was Nilakanta Sharma. He's still battling to keep possession. He's done very well for the Toofans. That's deflected out. Long corner now for the team in yellow. Can they find a goal from somewhere? Nick Woods goes back, and the diagonal pass was cut out brilliantly, and looking for the free hit. Nothing coming. Abhishek though, lovely pass to him round the back, that time from Sukhjit. Now surging through the middle, Afan. Oh, it's the third goal. Well, no mistake there. Afan Youssef given too much space, allowed to carry it into the circle, and he makes it 3 now for the Bengal Tigers.
Simply brilliant from Afan Youssef. Kept his composure, drove into the D, created an opportunity, and let fly. No chance for the goalkeeper whatsoever.
Well, again, it was good interplay between Abhishek and Sukhjit that set this up. It was Abhishek's pass that found Afan, and then he made no mistake, advancing into the circle. Bang!
And look at Afan's body position. Perfect. Getting his ball onto a strong side and letting go.
What I love is he took it on the forehand. So many players today try and put it onto the reverse and hit a specky tomahawk. But you don't need to do that to get a great goal. That was a superb goal. And now the Toofans coming back with Zach Wallace. Can they score? Yes, they've got one. I believe, no, Brand denied. Another sharp save. Well, I thought that had gone in, but Jamie Carr with another great save. Brand looked as if he must save, but Carr got his trailing leg to it and then made another save from the rebound. And again, bursting forward, Zach Wallace stopped at the edge of the circle. Look at that, there were 5 Tigers players there. Wallace is going to get a second chance to go. Passes this time. They're into the circle, across the face of goal, and Brand is Johnny on the spot, and he taps that one in, and they've got the goal they were searching for. So can they come back from this now?
Beautifully worked across the goal of the mouth, and Brand well positioned to get them the goal.
Well, it was a great ball in from the right from the man you were bigging up at the start of the game, Rohit. Great awareness by him. He got it perfectly and put it on a plate for Brand. Comes back to Disluva once more. We're into the last 30 seconds. They would love a penalty corner now. Nick Woods plays it out wide. Through the legs it goes. It's going to break kindly into the pads. And penalty corner. Well, there you go. They've not got a referral left, so Jugraj can complain as much as he likes. The penalty corner has been given, and the Toofans have the opportunity now, right at the end of the third quarter, to reduce the deficit to 1. Well, was that danger from Rupinder Pal? Great save again by Carr.
I would say that is dangerous, Ashley. Dangers. Anytime you need to take evasive action, it will be dangerous play, and we did see the player had to take evasive action there.
So Gonzalo Payet at the top of the circle. It's deflected wide, and it's a long corner again. Toofans are upset. Payet denied. Great block again. That was a painful blow by Puvana. But they've held them out right at the end of the third quarter. But it is going to be a really exciting final 15 minutes, you feel. And fitness may well come into it. Yes, deserved pat on the back there for Jamie Carr. Now the Toofans found the back of the net, but they still trail by 2 goals as the final score going into the final break is Hyderbad Toofans 1, Shrachi Rarh Bengal Tigers 3. The final quarter underway in this second match of the Hero Hockey India League 2024-2025. The Toofans trailing 3-1 to the Bengal Tigers. But the Toofans were well on top at the end of that third quarter. Can they find another goal and give themselves the hope of taking this to a shootout? We'll come to him again. A little bit of space for him to work in now. Down the line it goes from the Toofans. Into the circle. Oh my word. That was such a good opportunity. I think it was Rohit coming in. Just ghosted through the middle.
Again, a man shot, I would say, at the far post. Actually, that was a ball for the man at the far post.
I would agree, but Rohit so close. Sam Lane now. Oh, he's got past the first defender, gets it to the baseline, drills it in. Sharp save again. Vikash Daher with the sharp save. It's going to be a penalty corner, though, to Bengal Tigers. Just their second, believe it or not. And they scored from the first one, didn't they? Seems so long ago. Jugraj in the 8th minute, and there he is. Jugraj just hitching up his shorts. He means business. And you'd think they would go to him after that first one. They do indeed. It's not a good trap though, top of the circle. And on the outside of the goal it goes from Sean Finlay.
Just failing to stop that ball cleanly. I thought on that occasion, but did well to still make a try on goal, but just going wide.
11 and a half minutes remaining. Desluva comes wide now. Zach Wallace has the skills to turn a game. Good pass down the line. Lovely little jink along the baseline, looking to play it out. Back of the stick is the call. Arshdeep will be disappointed about that. Sumit, because De Gea watching on from the side, of course. Goalkeepers don't like it when another goal goes in when they're off, because it goes against their stats. Good work again by Arshdeep. Played the free hit quickly. Can Toofans get one? There's still 2.5 minutes left. Tigers, though, defence holds firm again, shifting well as a unit, forcing them back outside the 23. Desluva needed someone wide. He's going to go on a run himself, cuts back, and it's a penalty corner. Well, this may be the moment. The clock stops, 2 minutes 13 seconds remaining, and they really do need it to go in this time around, but they've got to get it past that man, Jamie Carr. 74 caps for Ireland. 5th penalty corner for the Toofans. I just wonder whether they'll still go with Payat or whether they'll mix it up. Desluva did well and just impeded there. So we've got lining up at the first battery now Rajinder. Payat has gone to the second battery. They go to Payat again, he flicks harder. No, it's gone in! It's a deflection, I think. I'm not sure that Payat got the final touch.
Greatly worked, Ashley. It did look like a deflection in front of the goalkeeper. Let's have a look at the replay.
Payat, I think it's Desluva that gets the touch, redirects it. It is indeed. Artur Desluva, the man who created the penalty corner, has really given the Toofans a chance now. But they need to get possession, still without their goalkeeper. Once again, it's Rupinder Pal, stands tall, and I literally mean it, at the back. Sumit steals it on halfway. A little bit of space now, 8 seconds. They've got to get it into the circle. Desluva evades the first challenge, spins, he's going to run out of time. Woods fires it in, into the circle it goes, appeals for a penalty corner, not going. Well, the time is up, I believe, unless they're going to use a referral. And I think the umpire, oh, he is going for a referral. Well, why not? Surely not, Sandeep. That's the ball in. Well, I can't see anything there because Sukhjit's in the way. But every player, though, for the Toofans goes up. Played it onto their own foot, haven't they?
It's played onto the own foot, but I think Wallace is asking for a stick block.
This is a real roll of the dice from the Toofans. Yeah, I think you're right. He's asking that there was a stick obstruction, wasn't it, really, or a stick block? Unfortunately, we can't hear. Well, Kunvan Bunga has said that's the end of the game. And the Bengal Tigers are very, very happy about that. And they have got the first victory in the Hero Hockey India League for 2024-2025. But certainly the Toofans came back. As you can see, Pasha Gunnerman is now asking for an explanation on why the penalty corner wasn't given at the end. Now, unfortunately, we cannot hear that, so we can't hear the explanation from the umpires. So the final score, Hyderbad Toofans 2, Shrachi Rarh Bengal Tigers 3. So the Shrachi Rarh Bengal Tigers are the winners of this match, the first match to have an outright victory.